welcome to Unit 3 of the Gospel of Mark. Forgive me, I am a bit under the weather, so if I seem a little more spacey than usual, that's what's happening. If you need to ask any follow-up questions about what I'm about to say, it's totally appropriate. Feel free to call or email. This week we're finally going to be turning to the text of the Gospel of Mark, and my hope is that the work we've done in the first couple weeks will serve as raw materials that will help us read the text of Mark afresh. I think it's a very productive exercise to do all the preliminary foundational work for a couple of weeks before we turn to the text, because it helps us read with fresh eyes. And I hope you'll do that as you turn to Mark 1 this week. You'll be looking at the Black commentary, reading that entire section through Mark 1, and you'll also be looking at Rhodes's chapter on settings, the third chapter. And I'm asking you to approach Mark 1 with a particular set of lenses. Obviously, Mark's story is connected to its larger cultural environment. And that environment straddles two worlds for Mark. One is the Hebrew world of the Old Testament, and the other is the Greco-Roman world, because Mark is writing to a Gentile audience. And so I'm asking you to walk through 5 indicators in Mark chapter 1 that are connecting to the Old Testament tradition, and then 5 that are connecting to Mark's Roman cultural milieu. And I think what you'll begin to see is that announcements of things such as the kingdom of God, these terms have tremendous freight both in Hebrew thought and in Roman thought. They sounded much different than they do to our ears and minds today, and it's very productive to use those two categories as lenses through which to view the text. And I'm also asking you to pay close attention to the settings that Mark uses in his very first chapter, and Rhodes will help you with that. I have graded your reflection essays for Unit 2 along with my individualized comments, so if you have any questions about my comments, again, just feel free to email or call. I will be emailing some of you this week to set up a Skype or a phone conversation, just because I want to have the chance to talk personally to each one of you at some point throughout the course. So 4 or 5 at a time, we'll get a chance to get to know one another a bit. I know I would really relish that opportunity. If you have questions or concerns, don't hesitate to contact me. Have a blessed week.